Coach, an opening statement on today's postseason game.
Sure, yeah. First of all, congratulations to the Bulldogs. They really got an outstanding team. Their kids played hard. They got a great system. I think probably the difference, we showed up in the second half a little bit. We had a hard time getting the ball from them. They're very physical and ran the ball effectively against us. And that was kind of twofold. They had a lot of long drives and took a lot of time off the clock. And then the end of those drives, they scored touchdowns. And, that puts you behind the 8 ball in terms of, your scoring opportunities and your possessions on offense. So, very proud of our team. Had an outstanding historic season at UCM. It's one of the best teams in the history of our school, and obviously not ended the way we wanted, but kids, played hard with a lot of heart, and very proud of them.
Coach, obviously you knew you were getting into with this Ferris defense. Can you explain what was the game plan going in with very, very big defensive backs coming up today? Like, what was your game plan going into the game? Well,
not much different than we've done really for as long as I've been at UCM. We're really effective when we mix it up and spread the ball around and try to keep the defenses off balance as possible. So it makes it a little bit tougher against a team like this, obviously. But that's always our goal going in, is to be balanced between the run and the pass, be effective in both, and be unpredictable in terms of our formations and some of our play calls.
Coach John Raffle, Big Rapids Pioneer. You had a 7-6 lead. You were on their 3-yard line. I know it's early in the game, but is that maybe a turning point that when they intercepted it, or if you punched it in, could have been a different ifs or ifs, but could it have been a different ball game?
Well, you always look at things that turn the momentum like that can have an effect on the game. In the end, if you look at the disparity in the score, you'd probably say not as much, but those things happen. Our team's been resilient all year. We've overcome tremendous obstacles and odds in terms of winning games, and I don't think anybody really panicked over it. It's not something that you really choose to do. Kids are playing hard and things happen, so it's kind of how you respond.
Brooke, could you talk about how you felt the offense was doing, especially in the first half, and eventually what you felt Ferris was able to do to stop you guys in the big plays?
I think a lot of it was kind of just, us shooting ourselves on our own foot. Like you said right there, we were down at the 3, and throw a pick there. Could have been a big momentum change for us. Obviously went the other way. But yeah, we had a bunch of times where we had certain plays drawn up and we just didn't get it blocked right, and you got to give credit to them. They kind of bulldozed their way through the line there a few times and got us in the backfield. But yeah, a lot of the times I felt like we had opportunities to open it up, and we just kept shooting ourselves in our own foot.
Questions courtesy of Randy Spear, the Daily Star Journal. Coach, what changed in the second half that limited your offense?
Well, I think that if we get a touchdown on that first drive, I think that would have been big for us in terms of momentum, closing the gap. It would have been a 2-point game at that point in time. We felt pretty good at halftime. It was just we kind of tweaked here and there, but I thought the kids were playing hard. Defensively, they gave up that first drive. They kind of went down the field, and then they gave up a long pass play that, we gave them a second opportunity with the penalty that we had there. And then in the second half, I just think it, after that drive and then, the inability to really get the ball back and just watching that clock just tick away was, just a psychological thing, and just, you just run out of chances.
Cody, what challenges did their running game present?
I think the biggest challenge is they're big, physical. Probably one of the biggest O-lines we've seen all year, and coming in we knew that. I thought in the first half we probably did a better job than the second half, obviously, but probably the physicality.
Brooke, kind of overall thoughts on this season and your career as a whole at UCM?
It was a lot of fun, obviously. Today wasn't a lot of fun, but overall it was a great 6 years that I've been a part of UCM. Best program I've ever been a part of, no doubt. I wouldn't change anything for the world. I just love these guys. this is the best team I've ever been around, and you know it sucks for us to go down this way, but I wouldn't change anything. Love these guys, and you know they fought their hearts out even till the last whistle. So.
Gentlemen, congratulations on a great season.